All right, that's new music from Casey Musgraves. It is time now for our Artist Spotlight. I have been looking forward to this ever since our good friend Tony Viggins sent me his music. You can't help being around this guy. You cannot help but smile. And then when you hear his music, he's smiling, and you can't help but clap along and have a good time. Jay Calvert is here.
Good morning, Tifton.
How are you?
Kristen. I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you came all the way from Atlanta.
That was a short drive.
Just
a short hop down the road.
Right?
Yeah, I'm always in my car, so I love to drive, get good music. I had company this morning with Tony, so we're good. I'm happy to be here.
Well, it is great to have you here. You do have such a, I guess, vibrant personality.
Well, thank you.
You do. You seem like you're fun all the time.
Yeah, a lot of energy. I'm paying for it with my kids. They have more energy than I nowadays, but I'm still like a one-legged cowboy in the butt-kicking contest, but I have a quick foot, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. No complaints here.
Yeah, we did a cute little Periscope thing earlier, and in just those couple of minutes, I learned even more about you that I didn't know about. So you are originally from North.
Yeah, right? I'm a Yankee by birth. You know, don't hate me, but I'm still Southern by God. So that's what it is. Yeah, Dorchester, Mass, Mattapan. Played football up there a little bit. My parents are from Birmingham, so we're Southern. Grandparents from Arkansas, Mississippi. So when they graduated high school, they went north to try the job market, the industry and stuff like that, and moved back to Atlanta when we were about 5th grade, right around there. Been there ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you mentioned football.
Football is life.
Is and was
If
life.
it was a woman, I'd have married her.
Talk about your football career. You were really good.
Yeah, I'm one of the decorated people that you probably never heard of. High school standout in Lakeside. I was a quarterback, blue chip All-American mentioned. I didn't make it, but I was good enough to be mentioned. Started out at Georgia Southern, 1990 national champion at Georgia Southern. Harold Southern, go Big Blue. Unfortunately, transferred to Troy State. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunately. It was a good move. Missed Statesboro, but Troy was a good move for me, and it was all in God's hand. Went to Troy, and we actually beat Georgia Southern 21-0 when I transferred, and that was a good game for me. But football, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Bounced around a little bit, tried out for some pro teams, got cut, and went up to CFL for a minute, and landed back in Atlanta in the minor leagues, like watching paint dry. So it was a good run, though.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So you like a serious football player.
Yeah, I'm a fast runner.
Yeah. So you said you played quarterback in high school.
I
did.
I changed to punt returner, receiver type guy, and it was a good fit because I didn't break over 6 foot, and I wasn't a big guy. I think the biggest I ever got was like maybe 195, about 5'10". I'm about 5'11", maybe 190 now. So it is what it is. But, I sprint.
Yeah. And do you see, football, I know, gosh, from watching it, we have of course, down here, I talk to players every week. There's so much that goes into football mentally and the dedication that you have to have. Have you seen that crossover to your music career?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. You get that work ethic. You get to improvise. And then football, to me, you've heard it before probably, it really does mirror life because you get individuals from all walks of life, every ethnicity, religion, and you get there and you have one common goal, which is to come together and win that objective that you set forth. And you really put those differences aside and come together for that one thing. So with doing music, you come across a lot of different people from different backgrounds, religion, ethnicity. So it really does teach you to, respect each other and keep it moving. And, just the objective of music.
And I want to talk about music now. Music has, you said, always been there.
Yeah. Music
for you.
is life also. Yeah. That's one of those things that it just really changes your whole outcome. You can be down, you put on the right song, it'll switch it over. You can even be happy and put the song on and you're depressed for some reason. It really has that power over you.
And growing up, where was music? In the background, or was it there?
It was still pretty much in the forefront. We come from a singing family, church-based like most urbanites. It was always there, but more on the urban side. Shy-Light, Harold Melvin and Blue Notes, OJ's Temptations, one of my favorite groups. But country was not in the forefront.
And your story about coming into country is fascinating. You have to tell us the story.
Yeah, it may be boring to some.
No, it's cool.
Fortunate not to have the big sob story that you hear on The Voice and stuff like that. But it was all God. I just had the same dream for like 8 months that I was in a cowboy hat and boots, and I can see my hand writing lyrics. In about 6 months, I was still trying to figure it out and still kind of wrestling with the idea. And in the back of my mind, I kind of knew what was going on, but it's like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm black. People going to laugh at me. I don't know how they're going to take it. I was embarrassed. So about the 8th month, woke up again about 3 a.m. So, okay, God, stop pushing. Woke up and wrote track number 2 here soon on my CD, about 35 minutes, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow. So a literal dream.
Yeah, it came to reality.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah, he's going to get what he wants eventually. You can't. You can think you can run and hide, but eventually he's going to get what he wants. I don't know how it's going to work out. He didn't say I was going to be rich and famous, but I'd rather be obedient and do what I know that he wants me to do, and we'll see what's going to happen.
So what were the first steps that you took when you decided to start writing country and go into it? What were the first steps that you took in order to start off your career?
Well, again, with football being the basics and, having my family and the belief in God and the work ethic that I already had. I already had most of the tools there. I just had to realize what they were for more and put it forth. So I was always kind of a businessman. So I wanted to research, more about country. I'm not going to sit here and say, I know everything. I didn't. I really didn't. I knew what was on the radio at that time. So I wanted to go back and learn about Merle Haggard and who else was out there, the Waylon Jennings, George Strait, George Jones, people like that. But when I came into it, which was still late in the game, 18, 19 years old, Tim McGraw, Toby Keith was another big one that I latched on to because they were what was playing on the radio at that time. We laughed about Don't Take the Girl. That was the first cassette that I bought that I would deem country music. It was like Indian Outlaw on one side, telling my age here with the cassettes, and Don't Take the Girl on the other. I even bought Billy Falcon's with No Power Windows. You remember that one? That was a good one.
Yeah.
That I still cover to this day.
Wow.
And I just researched and just gravitated to what I liked. I cover a lot of Toby Keith, Tim McGraw, Blake Shelton. Some of the newer stuff I'm liking a little bit, but you do it because it's popular outside of liking. And it's fun to do, Florida Georgia Line and Cole Swindle and all the rest of them out there. Too many to name, but I don't want to leave anybody out. But I like the direction music in a whole is going outside of country music as well.
Yeah, and listening to your album, you mentioned how country. You really are a country artist by listening to your
that's
stuff.
how it was. I think today, if you come into it today, if you're listening to the radio, you made what they call it, today's country. I do country music from one side to the other, up and down, spectrum. Try to put out the best project that I can. And if there's traditional sounding stuff, contemporary today's country, or country and western as they claim it, then so be it. But I don't really sit down and say, okay, I'm gonna write this type of record for this vein of music. I do country music, period.
And folks are going to get to hear some of it in just a few minutes. It's very cool what you're doing. It's like I said too, you're just a fun guy. Is that important to you when you get up there on stage? Well,
it is for me. Yeah. I don't want to be dubbed as a fun guy. It comes across naturally. I'm the eldest grandchild out of 39 of us.
39?
So family and being involved and just being out. I like to have fun. I understood, coming from a large family, I knew what death was early. And life can change in a heartbeat. I think we just consume ourselves with too much negativity, and we forget that. So my shows are a lot of energy and sexy.
That's what you said, your slogan, right?
Yeah, that's one of my slogans. It's a lot of energy. I like to sing with my hand. I've invested in a headset to free my hands up. And I just like to entertain the crowd and give them that energy because, you never know what somebody in the audience is going through and what they put aside to come see you, even at this level. You know, some people have work on Monday. Some people are trying to find a job on Monday, so you just don't know.
And
so, if anything, I want to leave you with something.
And you never know who also is out there. We're going to get into in a little bit about all the amazing things you have working on, but I'm sure when you get on stage, you have to, somebody from whoever might be sitting out there, and you don't know that. So do you always try to go in with every show that way?
I do. I don't really concentrate. Like I said, you never know who's out there, but when I'm at a show, it's the football mentality. You're there for one thing. I know people ask me all the time, well, do you play guitar? I will learn to play better, but it's used primarily for songwriting and structure. My job, I think, as an entertainer is to do just that. You have a band, let the band do their job, and you get on the stage and you do your job. So I entertain, and if somebody's in the crowd that can help me or want to help me, that's great, but my objective is to, bring the energy and wow you.
I was the same way when I had my band too. I did not want to be with a guitar.
Yeah, it's too much. It's just too much stuff going on. With me doing everything, the marketing, the planning, and you may have somebody to help booking, but even the band, I call everybody, I do the set, I get them to rehearsal, you pay them, you got to transport them, and hopefully everybody gets there at one time. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I love it, but it is a lot.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. So when you told your family that, hey, I want to go into country music, what did they think about it?
My family's been supportive with everything. I'm kind of spoiling that thing, but I think they know the product that they put out there, and hence, I've been playing football since I was 7. So organized game planning, less complaining, just get out and do it. I think some of them probably didn't understand it, but they still support it. But now once they had the finished product, once you can see it, you can tell somebody, okay, they're like, yeah, right. But once they see it and hear it, or even with the CD, you say, okay, he's black, he does country music. But once you have the physical CD in your hand, you can see the wheels turning and the eyebrow kind of peaks up a little bit. It's okay, he's for real.
That sounds great. I want to go ahead and play a song for
cool.
the folks we've been talking about.
Ladies' choice, whatever you want to play.
Goodness.
But I do. Let's end with Clap Your Hands. So anything else but that?
I'm glad you said that.
How about Easy Come, Easy Go?
Okay.
True story.
Okay, tell us about
Which
it.
most of my songs are. I pick music or scenarios just by, like I said, my experience. You can be riding in the car with your husband, and y'all could be laughing and talking. And I would imagine, what they're laughing about, and I'll just make a story up. But this story here is about a relationship, more so with girls than guys. We want girls that are pretty, but after a while, you have to bring some substance. So this particular individual did not have any substance, so I kind of clowned a little bit, and I ended the relationship because she wasn't bringing anything else to the table but the pictures that you see on Instagram.
Right. All right.
Yeah. And you know what pictures I'm talking about.
Jay Calvert is
blank.
here in our studio with us, and here is one of his songs, Easy Come, Easy Go.
Oh, boy.
My friends think I'm a fool for letting you go, but they don't know how evil you are, though. And they're blinded by your beauty and the fineness of your body. You're sexy and you make me look good when you're around me. And although you're a beautiful girl and I hate to see us end, but if I keep this charade up, I wouldn't be a real man. So easy come, easy go. I just gotta let you know, although you're beautiful, I need much more in a woman. How about some honesty, integrity? The character means the world to me. And since you don't have none, it's the end of the road. But easy come, easy go. Oh yeah, easy come, easy go. Na 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 na. My friends think that I'm crazy for calling it quits, but they don't know how childish you sometimes get. They don't see you act up in restaurants. They don't see how you pout when you don't get what you want. And although you're a beautiful girl and I hate to see us end, but if I keep this charade up, I wouldn't be a real man. So easy come, easy go. I just gotta let you know, although you're beautiful, I need much more in a woman. How about some honesty, integrity? The character means the world to me. And since you don't have none, it's the end of the road. But easy come, easy go. Oh yeah, easy come, easy go. You've got legs up to your chin, the softest skin, and you love me hard, long, and slow. And oh girl, don't you look cute, running around my house in your birthday suit. On second thought, wait a minute, I must be crazy. Although you're a beautiful girl and I hate to see us end, but if I keep this charade up, I wouldn't be a real man. So easy come, easy go. I just gotta let you know, although you're beautiful, I need much more in a woman. How about some honesty, integrity? And character means the world to me. And since you don't have none, it's the end of the road. But Well, easy come, easy go. Oh yeah, easy come, easy go. Oh, baby, I'm sure gonna miss you, yeah, but I just can't deal with you, no. Easy come, easy come, easy come, easy go. Oh yeah, easy come, easy go.
All right, that sounded fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, Jay Calvert, easy come, easy go. He is our artist spotlight this week. You said that was a true story?
Yeah.
True story.
Pretty much all the songs are a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool. And that song is off of your Clap Your Hands If You Love Country Music album.
Yes, it is.
Yes. And we're going to talk about your album in just a minute. Let's talk about songwriting. Did you grow up like writing poetry or anything? Or
Not poetry. Like I said, I wrote urban music. Like I said, city kid. Go figure. You know, anything. Marvin Gaye was one of my favorites. I'm an OJ's fanatic, so my songwriting and ideas were based off, urban city living. So, like I said, the talent was there. I just had to cross it over
and
change the delivery. I mean, it's basically the same. Like the hip hop album "Baby Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Our country version would be what? Trace Atkins, Honky Tonk Badonka Donk. So, I mean, it's just the delivery and the instrumentation that's different. Same concept, just told different.
That's right. When do you think you started writing? How old do you think you were?
My first crappy song, I think I was about maybe 7 or 8.
Oh, do you remember what it was about?
I'm not going to sing it on there. It was a little more than the brown dog goes roof, roof, roof. I mean, it was something about love that I knew nothing about, but that's what I heard. So I was mimicking what they were doing, but something I probably didn't have any business singing about.
Yeah.
I don't even think my parents knew about it, but I know what it was.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. So as you got older, I'm sure it started developing.
Yes.
You said urban first is kind of what you wrote. And then talk about your first country song.
The first country song I ever wrote was Here Soon, track number 2 on the CD, which is also a true story about a breakup, about the guy not being appreciated. I'm more of a, I love the women and I support y'all, but sometimes I got to help the guys out to know that sometimes us guys get dogged out, we get dumped, we're not appreciated, and we chase you and the love is not reciprocated. So I find myself when I look back, I sing a lot about that. So that's pretty much what came out on that particular song. But that's the first song that I wrote. Like I said, I woke up about 3:30 in the morning, wrote it about 30-40 minutes, which is I hear the best kind of songs to write, and I haven't looked back since.
Yeah. So when you sit down to write, do you have a process that you go through? Do you say, I'm going to try to get the chorus first, or is it mostly just what flows?
It flows. And I guess it's different for everybody, but 98% of the time I already have a tempo. It flows a certain way. I know what I want it to sound right, and it's either I get the first of the song, the middle of the song, or the end of the song. Very rare, outside of the exception of track number 2 Here Soon, that I can write it from beginning to end. I'll get that part, and then I'll kind of push or struggle through it. It's not as easy sometimes, but I'll start it. I get the melody, tempo, and I'm just grooving along, and then I'll just hit a brick wall, and then it's okay. Here we go. Then the next 2 weeks is like, okay, what the heck? Okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
But I do finish it eventually, and it sounds pretty good to me.
Do you ever write with other people, or do you write by yourself?
I'm still looking. Tony and I was talking about that today, and I don't know. It's just my luck of the draw. I'll find people. We be gung-ho about it, but I think with certain individuals, once we sit down and they see what it really takes, it just doesn't pop out on the radio like people think. They just kind of fall from the wayside, but I really haven't found too many people that we can just continue the process with. Right. But I'm looking, so find me and holler at me. I'll work with just about anybody. Just be serious about what you're trying to do, and we can get it done. Yeah,
because I'm sure when you do write with someone, I mean, especially for you, you say you write what you know, you write what you experience, and so you want it to be, quality, and you want it to tell your story, right?
Yeah. What you can bring a story to me. We can write it down and just make it into a song. A lot of people bring me poetry that they want to try to put to music, and I do that for them and try to finish their process. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, and you have your daughters, right?
Oh yeah.
I asked you. Well, I knew one of them was named Chesney, which I knew had to be a country influenced name.
Yeah, we kind of borrowed that from Kenny Chesney,
which is cute.
Yeah.
And the other one is Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you seen, with having your daughters and watching them grow, have you seen that influence your songs a little bit?
Yeah, I am working on the daughter song. I know Tim McGraw and a lot of other people have something, outside of the daddy and the mama songs. But yeah, they keep me tied into my feminine side outside of football. But yeah, they have some songs coming.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Oh yeah,
very cool. So when you are writing, you have your album out. Clap your hands if you love country music. When you are writing for this album and when you're writing for your new album, do you think about, like, I want it to sound this way, and or is it really just
a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm like I say, I don't. Many people may do it the same way. I think I'm kind of unorthodox. I shut down. I don't really listen to the radio a lot. I don't want to be influenced. Oh man, that's hot. I want something to sound like that. I don't do that. If it comes out and it happens to sound like that, it just happens to sound like that. But just to go out and really just try to mimic or cookie cut what's popular, I don't really do that. If it happens to be that way, it is. But I don't purposely try to do that. I shut down, and this is the thought process. Like I said, I have my own rhythm. My tempo and arrangement is what it is, and once it comes out, if it happens to sound like something on the radio, then it that's just the way the luck of the draw is.
Do you remember the first time you sang one of your songs in public?
Yeah, it sounded crazy to me. Everybody loved it. And the studio and singing out is so different. I love to just record something on stage. It's free. The studio is like unforgiving. You can literally hear your heartbeat on the thing.
Yes, you can.
And I'm still getting used to that, but I'm still getting used to the way my voice sounds. I'm not used to it yet. People say you just haven't recorded enough or you haven't performed out enough, but I'd rather perform out than record in a studio any day. It's like ripping my nails out, basically. Stage, give me a stage. It's just a football field. I just switched it. I traded in the football field for a stage, basically. But I still do play, but not professionally.
Yeah. So when you do sing your songs and you see people out there clapping along and having a good time, what does that feel like?
We say it's undescribable, but it feels great. It's one of those great words that you just can't pull, the everyday words that you hear. I mean, it's all those wrapped in one. It's no feeling like it. It's that high, that runner's high, or when you're on the field and you punt return and the ball's in the air and it's turning and it's coming down and you're looking in the gun. It's all that fireworks.
Yes,
especially when they come up to you, the smaller kids. My smaller white fans come up and they give me a hug. So I know God is in it because. Just like love, music don't see any color. It's what you make it. You bring the negativity, that's what it's going to be. But when the little white kids run up to me at the fairs and want my autograph and want to know more about me, it's me and the music. They don't see what color I am. So I know God has a hand in it.
Yeah, and another thing, too, that I think that is so cool that you do, it's important to you also to give back and to volunteer and to do things for people in need. So talk about your volunteer work and what you like to do.
Oh, I do. I try to do everything I can within reason and in the time frame. Of course, you can't spread yourself too thin.
Right.
But, good causes. I just did something for domestic violence last week. A young lady was having a book signing and had personally went through some stuff. And, I just try to make myself available. Of course, the big ones, Susan G. Coleman and March of Dimes is the one people really hear about. But, smaller causes, if you need some help trying to get the word out, and if it's a good cause, I'll come and do what I can do.
I think that's awesome. That means a lot to you, and that you remember that as you're getting more and more successful, that's still important.
Oh yeah, that's an upbringing. Like I say, once you come into the world, and you have all the cousins and your aunts. I have 5 aunts, 5 uncles, and 7 on my dad's side, and thank God most of them are still living. It's great. Like I said, divorce is something that's out there, but not too often in my family. Once they latch on, you fight, get through it, but you don't divorce. You just hang in there and keep loving each other, and you push on. And that's really shown me, that tenacity about if it gets hard, it's hard. You just keep going.
And I know the music business has to be both. I mean, it's fun, it's awesome, but it can be tough.
It can be a full contact sport like football. Literally. Yeah. Because you may want to put hands on somebody through the business of it, but it's hard. It's hard. It's not for everybody. It may look glamour and glitz with the TV shows, Nashville and everything else, but there's some not so nice people. Unfortunately, I have
Yeah.
to say that. I can't, sugarcoat everything. I have met some great people, and I've met some not so nice people on both sides of the fence, on in every religion and every ethnicity. So that's just what it is.
Yeah. Well, I want to play another song.
Cool. Let's hear it.
First of all, I have to say, our listeners know I love football. So having you here and your analogies with football and music,
Yeah,
I'm just
football
like
is
eating
life.
it up. I love it.
Cool.
So what song you want to play next off the album?
Let's go ahead and hit here soon.
Okay.
So keep it on
That's a
the
good,
girls' side.
good segue going in after we talked about it.
Another night you come in and don't speak. You were supposed to have dinner with me. Your friends already called, they have been looking for you. You said you were out with them, so I guess that's not true. You utter so tough and walk off in another room. But here soon, but here soon, another woman's gonna rub my back. She's gonna love to walk and hold my hand, and she's gonna love riding in my pickup truck. And maybe then you won't be so tough, so tough. You're hardly around when I need you, and we don't do the things that we used to do. We don't kiss, we don't hug, no more long walks in the park. You leave for work in the morning, don't come home till it's dark. What used to be a flame is now just a petty spark. But here soon, but here soon, another woman's gonna rub my back. She's gonna love to walk and hold my hand, and she's gonna love riding in my pickup truck. And maybe then you won't be so tough, so tough. I never would have thought that we'd end up like this. We started out in a garden, now we're in the abyss. We used to say we love each other oh so much, but now we can't stand to feel each other's touch. So I guess there's nothing I can do but to say, here soon. Another woman's gonna rub my back. She's gonna love to walk and hold my hand, and she's gonna love riding in my pickup truck. And maybe then you won't be so tough, so tough. You won't be so tough. You won't be so tough.
Another great song from Jay Calvert, who is in our studio with us today. That was Here Soon.
Thank you. Howdy again, Tifton.
Yes, we're so glad to have Jay here. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, you call
Atlanta.
Atlanta home.
Yes,
now.
yes. Yeah, I've been here a long time. I always still have those northern roots. I'm one of the few brothers that still know how to snow ski. But I don't plan on leaving Atlanta. Like I said, I visit Nashville 2-3 times a month. But unless the money's there, I'm not moving anywhere.
Yeah, I would break my neck if I tried to snow ski.
Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, you don't have any brakes.
Yeah. No,
And trees come up really fast.
I would break my neck. I would. So we have been talking about your album, Clap Your Hands If You Love Country Music. Talk about the process of it becoming this, having it in your hand.
Ooh, that was, I won't say a hard process. It's a learning process. Like I said, I dubbed that my sub-freshman. You know, when I went into high school, back when I went to high school, you had the 8th through the 12th grade, and the 8th graders were subbies or sub-freshmen.
Okay.
So my next CD I dubbed as my freshman CD, which should show a lot of growth in the studio, vocal control. Definitely want to show some writing maturity that I have learned. But that first process, it was brutal because I had to redo a lot of things, especially in the studio. You'd sing a song, or I was writing songs that were out of my pitch, out of my range, and I had to redo them once I got in and found somebody. And actually, David Leonard, great guy. I think he was with Sony Nashville for years and came back to Atlanta and Marietta, opened his own studio, writer's studio. Which was a godsend, and really kind of sat me down to teach me more. Because like I said, I'm self-taught. I'm not a professional singer, a writer. I'm just learning, with correction to get close to as perfect as I can. But it was brutal. A lot of money. That CD was about maybe $16,800, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
But when you're working and have a family, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
With the design but everything I designed from start to finish. The way the cover looks, what's written in it, of course, the way that the songs flow and what's written on the songs and how they're delivered. But it was a brutal process, learning process. The next one should be a little more advanced, but still expensive. I'm still not going to pull any punches when it comes to expense, but to get the best project.
Right. Because this is a big deal when you go have your shows and you want folks to take something home with them.
Exactly.
And
like
they
I said,
keep
once you
it
put it in your hand, everything about it, it's the real deal. It's what's on the shelf. I walk through Walmart and everywhere else, and like I said, it's a competitive camaraderie, and I love all the country artists that are out, but I want to get in, and I'm going to compete, and I want my CD to look just like yours on the shelf because it has to compete, and I want people to bring it home and look at it, and it's a blessing for them to add you to their rotation.
You even got the barcode, so you're ready to
be. Yeah, it's done. But I'm still looking for help. Either on the urban side or the countryside. We talked about T.I. earlier. Met him in January. Still looking for an urban connection there. Hopefully something will materialize later, but still open to talk to other people as well. But that's just something that I put on the radar.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. I mean, you mentioned the guy that produced your album and his background. You've been in contact with a lot of people that can really make a difference. A lot of people. Because that's what the music business is about.
Yeah, you don't hear back from too many of them, but you understand the process because they get a million emails and calls and people, like myself that are more handsome and even more talented, but it's just what the timing is and what's in God's plan at the end of the day. So you can try to do it yourself, and you can plan a certain way, but at the end of the day, if it's not in his will, then it's not going to be done. Yeah.
So with T.I., is he a pretty cool dude?
He was. Everything that you perceive him to be, we actually are a lot alike, the way we perceive life, and especially family. There are certain things that you should and have to stand up for. So, and his business mind, I think, is sharp, and a lot of people don't give him credit for that. Who he's signed, who he's affiliated with, and what's happened to him. I don't know anybody in my lifetime that has fallen from grace and came back stronger than before, just the way he talks. So he reminds me a lot of myself, even though I'm older than he is. And I just think it'll be a good partnership. But if not, you just keep it moving. But I'm one of those, football head. I throw it out there. The man is ready. There's a strong project that's here before you. And if there's something to be had, then maybe we can do some work.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you're working on right now is getting to the next level, making those connections and getting stuff done.
Yeah, it's going to be a very happy, joyful, and tearful day if all these seeds just pollinate at the same time that I've sown. It's going to be overwhelming.
Yeah. I cannot wait.
In a good way.
It's going to happen. I cannot wait for it to happen for you.
Especially with the sitcom and stuff that's coming. So
there you go.
We're working on it.
That's another perfect segue. So a sitcom is super cool. You got to tell us about the idea for that, where that came from.
Well, that's the next step. Like I said, evidently everything that was needed or is needed for the business process of music I already kind of had, but it just awoken some things, and it was only natural to sit down and put it into more of a visual concept to show people what transpired between God calling me to do country music and the people that I've met and the I Love Lucy episodes about silly things I've done looking back, trying to meet certain people. We've all done it. Some people camp out to get tickets like a week in advance, and which things that I think are silly, but it's serious to them, So, but you put it out there, and it's pretty much what I've done. Just balled it up and wrote about it, and now we're filming. So, of course, if you're in South Georgia, if you hear me in Atlanta, if you're logging on now, if you are an actor or a writer or something like that, holler at me. Let's work.
Yeah, so a sitcom, that is, and you want to really show your life, right?
Yeah.
And what you're about.
Yeah, some of it's fluff, most of it's real, but as a sitcom, you got to kind of make certain things up, just like music. But it's a lot of fun. Like I say, it's like I Love Lucy meets A Different World meets. You familiar with LL Cool J's first sitcom he done with Debbie Allen, In the House?
I'm not sure. That might have been before my time.
It was one of my favorites. Yeah, so it's about me being black and doing country music. It's titled Independently Country because I do everything by myself, and I rent this house from a billionaire lady that goes overseas, and I'm kind of still living in this lake house, which is actually my uncle's real lake house, or Lake Oconee. Mm-hmm. And she also rents it to another roommate, who's a gay male who's been put out by his family, and we become good friends. Okay. And that just brings another element to the sitcom outside of just being about me. Mm-hmm. And it allows me to bring in more things that are really that's going on now in the current events in our world. It's a lot of fun. It's almost like a CD, writing it. Yeah. It flows a little different. A little easier to write, but it's a lot of fun. So a lot of money.
Yeah. So where are you at? You're working on it?
Trying to get the first episode done and hopefully use that as a pilot, like I said, to push out to the networks and, to a TI sort of person. There are some people in Nashville that are kind of waiting to have it in hand to kind of view it to see what they're going to do about it. So it's a good thing, like I said, to be wanted. Like my father said, it's great. It's better to be asked to step up than asked to step down. Mm-hmm. So when people are asking, for your material, asking for you to do things, that's a great thing.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you so much.
That is so cool. And with your personality, I think it could be humongous.
It's a lot of fun.
It could be really huge. Okay, so right now we are working on that. Yeah. Working on new music too.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Oh man, the new CD is. Like I say, it's the football, so I'm bragging a little bit. It's great. It's much better than this one. Not that this was a bad one, but when I look back over the whole process and what the songs I've chosen, I wrote like 40 songs. Then you step back to see what how you want it to flow, what type of attitude, what message you're trying to send. I've chosen a good 13 to 15. We're about maybe 7 in right now. I really need to pick up the pace. If I give myself the deadline at the end of the year. But it's a great process. I'm enjoying it more this process, this go around than the first one. It's not like pulling teeth this time.
Yeah. What specifically are you doing when you're looking at all these songs you've written to choose them for the album?
That's another process. They just kind of fall in place. It's really not that hard. It just kind of just seemed to materialize. I'm like, wow, they're already in order the way I would kind of have them. You move certain things around. This one is, I want to say it's a lot more laid back. We just having fun. We just having fun, serious fun, but I just can't, just got to wait for it. It's going to be something like, okay, wow, I see this.
Awesome.
It's still good, but totally different from the first one.
Well, let's play another song off the first one.
Oh, right.
Which one to do next?
Let's keep it a little slow, mid-tempo. Let's do You Do It For Me.
Okay, You Do It For Me. Jay Calvert.
Dedicated to my wife.
Oh, that is sweet. All right, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to have more with Jay coming up in just a few.
We still laugh at how we met. You got lost on Old Taylor Road. I thank God that I was there when you pulled up at the Citgo. An angel's voice came from behind. I'm lost and I'm gonna be late. I turned around and our eyes met. Then I watched my heart just sail away. Girl, you do it for me. Not the model in the magazine, not the actress on the silver screen. Girl, you do it for me. I'll still love you when your hair is gray, until the Lord takes my breath away. Months later, we're close as ever. Our love grows stronger every day. I plan a picnic at our favorite place under a tree on Pike County Lake. With ring in hand and on bended knee, my heart's in my throat, I can hardly speak. I clear my throat so that I can ask, will you please grow old with me? Girl, you do it for me. Not the model in the magazine, not the actress on the silver screen. Girl, you do it for me. I'll still love you when your hair is gray, until the Lord takes my breath away. Even though, girl, I've tried and I've tried, I just can't hide all the love I have for you. In a short span of time, I've come to realize all the wonders that lie in you. Girl, you do it for me. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Girl, you do it for me. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Girl, you do it for me. Not the model in the magazine, not the actress on the silver screen. Girl, you do it for me. Girl, you do it for me. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
That was sweet. A dedication to your wife.
Thank you. And all the other women out there, guys, you need to tell your girls. And sometimes the girls, hey, tell your guy, you do it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how social media is. Everybody want those, those photos. Stay away from those photos. That ain't what it's about.
Yes. I think that's great. And it's a good message to have, too, on here. The album, if folks go and buy it, they can get it right now, right, on iTunes?
Oh, yeah,
Amazon?
iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon, anywhere that you can download, find music, and actually pay for it.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a good thing.
Anywhere. I try to make myself very easy to find. Yeah, very easy to find.
So going through this album, we've heard a couple of the songs already. Here Soon. We've heard Easy Come, Easy Go. The one we just played, You Do It For Me. What about the other songs on the album? Are they kind of, some of them upbeat and different
Yeah. It's,
feelings?
like I say, it's all over the board from one side to the other. Don't want to bring down the mood, but I did do something for domestic violence, and there's a song on there, Before He Loves You to Death, which is also another true story, not with me, but a coworker years ago that I was working with was in a situation that her boyfriend was a little the bad way of Philly touchy, and it's pretty much, you need to leave him before he loves you to death.
Wow.
Which is also a true story, just seeing what unfold and being indirectly connected through the workplace. So I wrote about it. Like I say, if I can see it and kind of put it in mind and motion, I can put it down on music pretty much.
Does the lady that you were working with, does she know that you wrote the song?
She does. We have since lost contact. It's been several years, but yeah, she knows who it's about. Yeah, and I never named her, but that was pretty much it. But I did hear that she's doing well and that she did eventually leave the individual.
That's really good.
Yeah. Really
good. So we're excited about this, and I cannot wait. All this is amazing, everything on the album. So I can't imagine if you're saying the new album is even better.
Yeah, it's going to blow the doors off of this one.
Oh, my gosh.
I got to get it. And that's on my football. Yeah. When we set a goal, and it's just what it is, we're going to go with a colored wrapping this time. Hopefully the funding will be there. So, I like that picture, but we could color costs. You learn certain things in the industry. Yeah, the CC's cost.
Yes.
Color costs.
All right, so if folks can get this right now, we want to make sure we stress that it's available pretty much anywhere you can get music, right?
Yes.
So
downloadable anywhere. If it's not there, let me know, and I will get it there. Okay. But all the big ones, the normal ones, Amazon, CD Baby, iTunes, Rhapsody, whatever the apps that come on the phones or the laptops, it should be there.
All right, so folks, go and do this. It's so great to also be able to support artists like you who are doing everything they can, and once again, you stressed about being independent.
Yes.
You're having to, get support and use your own money.
Everything,
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, you can also find me on Twitter at Cowboy J Music, Instagram at J Calvert Music, Facebook, facebook.com/Cowboy J Music. If you have any questions for booking, or if my music isn't somewhere that you think it should be, let me know, and we will work profusely to get it there.
Yeah, and we want to our listeners, too, I love to do this, the folks that are out there listening and that are enjoying it, which I know everybody is, go to Jay's Facebook or Twitter and tweet him or Facebook him so you can kind of keep up with, hey, we got these fans when we were in South Georgia and all that good stuff. Yeah, so go on there and post on there and let him know that you're enjoying him being here with us. You were telling me you have your hands in so many things, which is really cool.
Yeah, it keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, another thing you're working on is a clothing line.
Yes. I am adorning the Hustle Gang line by yours truly, T.I. Shout out to him. But there's so many people out there that have clothing lines, and not necessarily trying to do business with him. I like the way it feels, and I look darn good in the shirt. I like the athletic feel of it. So when you are not out, you usually pick stuff that you are familiar with. So my feel and look would be very similar to what's going on with Hustle Gang, and it's urban cowboy / urban cowgirl right now by Jay Calvert. So we're working on that, and hence the gifts that I gave you, the spaghetti strap shirt with the logo of Got Country and the G-string.
Yes, yes.
Boy shorts are coming. We're going to move to something a little more comfortable. And I do listen. I take polls and talk to the women about what they like and what's comfortable, and the ultimate vote getter right now is the boy short. So we're going with the boy shorts and maybe a wife blesser shirt. I try to get away from the other term of wife beater. It's wife blessers with me.
That works too.
All right.
With your urban cowboy, urban cowgirl line, what are you going to go with? Country designs?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some. Like I said, evidently the tools of the business was there, and I've always had a vivid imagination when I was a kid. I still dream in color. People don't believe me, and I can fly in my dreams too, at will.
Wow.
And wake myself up if I don't like it. I've always been able to do that since 9. So when I sit down to design something, it's usually in 3D. And I'm not the best drawer in the world, but I can get it down good enough to take it to somebody, and they'll bring it to life for me. But
That's
we're
cool.
having a lot of fun with the design of the clothes. So they're very urban. As people would say, redneckish. And Tony and I was talking about that on the car, so let me clarify that with everything, all the current events that's going on. Just because somebody clarifies or defines that they're redneck does not mean that they're prejudiced.
Right.
Just because they live in the backwoods does not mean that they're backwards. So love all my redneck fans out there. Let's keep it moving and love each other.
Yeah. Well, I cannot wait to see all the stuff that you have going on from the I'm really excited about the sitcom. That's going to be
me too.
So cool.
I want to see it. It looks kind of crazy on the playback, but just to see it flow like I have it in my mind. I mean, just like songs. Songs are like kids. We love all of them, but they do different things. So you love all of them, not the same, but somebody does something a little different, but they're all our kids.
Yeah.
So it's a creation. It's like one of my children.
So the sitcom, the clothing line.
Yes.
Working on hopefully a record deal. Maybe.
If it's out there, I'm not, hey, let's sit down and talk. Let's say somebody holler at me. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that has not ever heard of me till today. So somebody may reach out. Hey, you may need to check this guy out. Yeah, let's sit down and talk about it. Yeah, I am trying to get closer to T.I., and I'm also talking to people in Nashville. But those are just goals that I've set personally. My first goal was to meet the guy, which I actually did in January of this year. And have seen him twice since then. So like I say, hey, you pray about it, ask for it, and just go do it.
Yeah. And you talked about going to Nashville. How do you love it?
Love that town. Like I said, not to knock it, but I don't, unless the deal is there and the money is there, I wouldn't just, at this point in my life, uproot and just go to Nashville. But I love it. My wife's sister lives like right down the block from the Bluebird, which I'm going to try to get into that networking with the singer-songwriter that they do every month. But you can't beat it. It's like a little Vegas on this side of the Mason-Dixon line. So love it, love it, love it. But I don't think I'd move there unless the deal was there. Just being honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
My home is Atlanta. Only thing that we're missing is a beach. We have man-made beaches, but after music, if it does happen, I'm going to be on a lake somewhere. Yeah, it'd be great to have longevity like Garth Brooks or George Strait, but hey, what happened to Jay? He had a #1 hit. He ran a Grammy. Where'd he go? He's on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
He's fishing.
You'd be happy
I'm writing
with that.
music, producing stuff, and I'm fishing. if I'm not in the limelight, I'm okay with that. As long as I got my family and my health, I'm good.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you that too at the end, but you basically just answered it. What you want to get from your career.
That's it. I got it. Like I say, if you write it down on paper and ask for it. And it sounds crazy, but write down, even if it's okay, I want a 60-foot yacht. Put it on paper. Put stuff in the works to get it, and it may happen for you. It may not, but you just never know. But I really sat down and put down who I want to meet and the goals I want to meet. Shout out to Candy Burris. I've talked to her several times. Beautiful lady. Very admire her business-wise with her candy-coated nights, toys that she have. And then she has her clothing stores, Tags Boutiques. And I'm pretty sure she sat down somewhere to write stuff down and what goals she wants to meet. So I encourage everybody to write it down. You have it in your head, write it down so you can go back and look at it. You may want to change things, but just keep moving towards it.
And you mentioned being in Atlanta and how much you love it. From your point of view, talk about the music scene there.
Ooh, it's like Nashville. It's still a little different. Nashville is still more country-based, but there are strong urban pockets that people don't know about or don't really put in the forefront. And as you, of course, Atlanta's been dubbed like the Black Hollywood or the urban mecca, this new boom. There's 2 movie studios on my exit alone in Union City right now.
Wow.
I don't know what, where they're going to find the people to fill it. Well, there's like 2-4 football fields big, but it's what's going on.
Because it seems like a lot of the movies coming out now. Ride Along, I know, is there, and a whole bunch
I'm trying
of
to get in those too. So if you're an agent, holler at me. Hey, I'll start from the bottom. It don't matter. But I love Atlanta. Like I say, if you can't find it in Atlanta, then I don't think you're looking hard enough. Somebody 6 degrees separation. That Kevin Bacon thing. Somebody knows something. Yeah. You just have to open your mouth and ask for it and go find it. But It's a good city. It's a hustle. It's everything like everything else. We have some good places, bad places, good people, bad people. But it's what you make it.
And it sounds like you are talking about how somebody is out there. You're getting yourself in front of the right people.
Yeah,
I think
you should try to do that. Somebody's out there. But if they're not out there, don't just be sedentary waiting on that one person. Like I said, write down your goals and do what you need to do to keep moving towards. And if these people don't come, and if they see you and don't help you, then it is what it is. Like I say, love Candy Burris, love T.I. and the other people in Nashville, but they know I'm out here, and if it's not in their time frame to want to do business, then you just keep it moving. No love lost, no harm lost. You wish them well, but keep working on you. Never stop working on you.
That's important. Let's play another song off the album, Country Tall Tellin'. Is that next?
Country Tall Tellin', that's what it is.
All right, once again, we have Jay Calvert in the studio.
In the building.
We're having a good time. This is fun.
With big shiny wheels, it got a big old engine that makes the tires squeal. I sit on custom leather seats made just for me, and got a wood grain that's made of mahogany. I got a radio that blasts country music for miles. My horn, when I blow it, makes all the girls smile. Some people say I'm conceited to the 10th degree, but that's okay as long as they say that I'm country. Some people say I'm conceited to the 10th degree, but that's okay as long as they say that I'm country. I got a house sitting on 800 acres of land. In my living room sits a pretty baby grin. I got 50 rooms plus for my closest of friends, and a 40-foot jacuzzi for them to lounge in. I got a party room that puts most clubs to shame, a full-scale bowling alley with 20 lanes, a stock bar to get you drunker than Cooter Brown. People come to party with me for miles around. Some people say I'm conceited to the 10th degree, but that's okay as long as they say that I'm country. Some people say I'm conceited to the 10th degree, but that's okay as long as they say that I'm country. I'm country and conceited, and I don't give a damn if it shows. Oh no, I'm country and conceited, saying it loud so you know, because charge a boost to match my 50 hats. So I look good out in public, and what's wrong with that? And every year I'm the king at the tractor pulls, and I feel right at home on a mechanical bull. You may have some belt buckles, and I'm sure they look fine, but you ain't seen a real collection until you seen mine. Some people say I'm conceited to the 10th degree, but that's okay as long as they say that I'm country. Ooh-wee. Some people say I'm conceited to the 10th degree, but that's okay as long as they say that I'm country. Yeah, yeah, I'm in country. Lord knows I'm country. Ooh-wee, Woo, man, that was fun. Bring that beat back one more time. That I'm conceited. I'm just proud to be country. I thank God that I'm country.
All right, another great song from Jay Calvert. It's called Country Tall Tellin'.
Oh, yeah, and it's just that. All of it's a big lie. That's one of the few not true songs. But like I said, there's goals. Those are the goals that I wanted to have those things. Still kind of flashy, and I think all of us are some type of materialistic, whether we want to admit it or not.
Course.
So I just made a song about what I wanted, made it a big lie, and we had fun doing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the video's coming. A lot of fun.
Awesome. So he's working on all kind of stuff. Videos.
Yeah, I'm behind with the
sitcoms,
videos. I should have had the videos first, but once I finished the CD and I got kind of spoiled, I had a lot of people in my face trying to sign and licensing deals and publishing, and I kind of forgot about that side of the business. So that's why I'm really tenacious about, getting the business side of it done.
Yeah.
And doing things the right way. So we're going to do the videos first before I release anything, and we're going to keep it running from there.
There you go. And you mentioned you have some great people that are helping you, with everything going on. Yeah,
it's been a very interesting year. Like I said, sometimes, we got to put people in your way, and it's up for you to figure out who they are, and they'll materialize, and then some people will just leave. But Dan Sills with GeorgiaCountry.com has been a great friend throughout the years, and we actually just got back together with him helping me a couple of months ago. But it's always great to have somebody that has the business knowledge about what goes on, particularly in country music, to be reaching out on your behalf. Again, my writing partner, Jason Berry, the urban side of what I do. I do other things other than country also, by the way. I write R&B, hip-hop. I'm a pretty good rapper, even though I won't do it here. There's not the format for it, but I'll come get you. I got bars. I'm from Decatur. Everybody knows how to rhyme in Decatur. So Jason Berry with that. His cousin is Henny the Business, which is the lead producer for The Business. They have a Grammy with Chris Brown's. They did Chris Brown's Strip, No BS, and Every Girl in the World with Lil Wayne and Drake. Cool. So we're connected urbanly, but I'm still the black sheep on the countryside. So we're just keeping it moving, but a lot of great people, especially this year.
That's exciting. And of course, Georgia Country, there are some great folks, too. I know they do a great job for everybody up there. Yeah.
So once I matriculate or co-sign with somebody, best believe that they have the goods, because there's a lot of people out there halfway doing things that want recognition, and I just can't roll with you. Nothing personal, it's a business. It's only personal unless you make it. Oh, and a quick shout out to Sean Crenshaw. Has this fragrance out that I'm wearing right now. It's called Ovation. Every Man Deserves an Ovation, which is the official cologne of Jay Calvert. So you definitely need to check it out. Like I said, if I co-sign with it, it is the truth. I was a Dolce & Gabbana guy before this, but my wife won't let me wear anything else but Sean Crenshaw's Ovation. And you can find it at SeanCrenshawInc.com.
All right.
Ovation.
I smell it, too. It smells really good.
It's the truth. It really is.
All right. So you've got all kind of great stuff going on. If people want to stay up with you and everything you have going on, tell us all of your social media sites once again.
Yeah, there's social media sites out there that I haven't heard of yet. What you call it? Periscope?
Periscope.
We Periscoped this morning. My first Periscope. So I definitely need to get on that. But just the mainstays with, of course, Twitter and Instagram. Twitter, again, is Cowboy J Music. That's Cowboy J Music. And J is J-A-Y, not the letter J, J-A-Y. Instagram is J Calvert Music. And Facebook is facebook.com/Cowboy J Music.
All right.
And you can contact me at any one of those.
And, of course, folks can get your album, Clap Your Hands If You Love Country Music.
Anywhere on the internet, anywhere. And if it's not there, again, contact me at the previous mentioned sites, and I will definitely get on that. But I think everybody's still using iTunes. I haven't heard of anything else. Not on Spotify that I know of, And I pretty much cater things like Taylor Swift pretty much now, who's running the not just country music, but the music game. So if she's doing something and she co-signs on it, I'll research it, and it's a good move. I do think that we artists do need to get paid more for what we do, especially if you know what goes into it. And not just us, but the people that play on the records. What about them? They need to be taken care of as well.
That's true.
Yeah, so if they're going to pay us pennies and then he cut the other people out, then I can't, I'm not going to co-sign on that. I'm not going to support it.
All right. Well, it has been so cool having you here.
Thank you so much
My
for
goodness,
having me.
all the stuff you have going on right now. We can be looking, hopefully, for a sitcom in the future.
Yeah.
New album.
Yeah. Now we working on it.
Out of the clothing line.
Yeah. Well,
what am I missing? There's a lot.
Out here, it's eventually I'm gonna bring. There's been Grammys in Atlanta, but as far as the urban cowboy side of things, I'm gonna represent Atlanta to the fullest, the great state of Georgia, and we're gonna try to bring a Grammy home once they let me in.
That would be amazing.
But I am doing the work to get in. Don't think I'm not.
All right, and you're gonna come back too when you have the new album.
Whenever you want me here, I'm here, whether new album or not.
Okay.
I'll just sit in the studio and we just crack jokes or something.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you on your marriage.
Oh, thank you.
And I say welcome to the marriage side of things.
Yes.
I'm 8.5 years in, but just keep the love going. And I'm proud of y'all. And I'm glad to know you.
Thank you. I am too. It really is great to meet somebody like you that just has a love for what they do, and you're doing everything you can.
Like I say, I'm a realist, and to remind people, life can change in a heartbeat. Stop taking things for granted. Tomorrow is not promised to you.
That's good. Good to end with.
All right.
All right, Jay. It's been so awesome having you here.
It's been real, Tifton. Hey, and good luck in the football game tonight.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that. So
all right.
We even got some Jay Calvert. You've been playing, and we got his wishes too, which is good. All right, guys, don't forget to check out Jay on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to go and let him know that you enjoyed everything today. We are going to close out with, is this your most popular song?
I want to say it is. Like I said, we're definitely going to resend that out once the budget comes and say, hey, I'm not too big to ask for help. Say somebody knows somebody. Let's talk. But we're going to send this single out hopefully sooner than later. Follow with the video and hope for the best.
All right, and it is?
Clap Your Hands If You Love Country Music via Jay Calvert. Thank you so much, Tifton. God bless.
Thank you. And we have been playing this one, too. We get requests for it on our show,
cool.
So we're going to play it again
I'll send some CDs down. They want to do call-ins and win some. You got it.
All right. Thank you so much, Jay, for being
you,
here.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to have more coming up on The Midday Show.
Well, it all started in 1990 at Georgia Southern University, when I heard Bubba Longrear singing a song that sounded really good to me. It was Alan Jackson's Don't Rock the Jukebox, such a catchy tune. I started singing and couldn't stop. Hey, hey, clap your hands if you love country music. Hey, 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 clap your hands if you love country music. Country music. Well, I snuck off to a music store to buy a country CD or two. Then I unwrapped them and stuck them in my radio and rolled around the avenue. I could feel country rhythms pouring in my soul. I got so excited, I just had to let it go. And I sang out, hey, hey, clap your hands if you love country music. Hey, 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 clap John Michael Montgomery are all good friends of mine. Toby Keith, Tim McGraw, Brad Paisley play at my house all the time, where I sing, hey, hey, clap your hands if you love country music. Hey, 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 clap your hands if you love country music. Hey, hey, clap your hands if you love country music. Hey, 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 clap your hands if you love country music. Country music. Woo! That's some sweet music to my ears. Now this time I want the band to stop playing and the crowd to clap your hands and sing with me. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Hey, hey, clap your hands if you love country music. Hey, 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 clap your hands if you love country music.